Hello Saviors and welcome, my name is Seivar24 and today I'm back with another reaction video. ScrewAttack is back at it again with the death battles coming out one more time. This time, it's time for the next season of these epic duels to the death, as ScrewAttack unveils their latest episode, which is Batman vs. Black Panther. Not entirely sure how this one's gonna go. It's a nice little crossover between Marvel and DC, once again, to see as to whose character is far more powerful. While Batman is definitely a martial arts, an intelligent detective, and a very wise character, he has a very nice series of tools under his belt, and even has the intelligence to take on some of the most dangerous of foes. But Black Panther is very ferocious, and with the suit that he has access to, who knows as to how he's going to be able to even deal with the Black Panther in the first place. Only time will tell as we get in with the ScrewAttack. Death battle awaits. Looks like they changed their music too.
Predators. These fearsome beasts strike fear into the hearts of many.
Well, sometimes they strike an awe, but yeah, mostly fear.
And these two superheroes embody the fear of specific predators to an extreme.
Oh, pretty much.
Batman, the genius crime fighter from DC Comics.
And Black Panther, Marvel's royal warrior scientist.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Ooh, they're doing CGI. Very nice.
Before he was the Black Panther, before he was a king, T'Challa was born the Prince of Wakanda.
Waka, where now?
Wakanda is an isolated fictional nation hidden somewhere in Africa. But while Wakanda itself is shrouded in secrecy, T'Challa was anything but isolated.
He's been pretty much everywhere, but especially anywhere with a good university.
After earning numerous degrees from Harvard, Oxford, Berkeley, and MIT, T'Challa came home. His father, Wakanda's king and then current Black Panther, had been assassinated, and a new ruler needed to be named.
But to claim the throne, he'd have to claw his way through the rite of passage.
This would be a test of fortitude, designed to stress T'Challa's bravery, fearlessness, and combat prowess.
Also known as beating the crap out of 6 super deadly fighters. But hey, T'Challa wasn't just a nerdy brainiac, he could fight too, and he passed with flying colors.
Earning the throne and the blessings of Wakanda's guardian deity, Bast, the Panther God.
But he had to nab some superpowers first, so he went through the ritual of the heart-shaped herb.
This herb connected T'Challa to the Panther God, and that link bestowed him numerous superhuman abilities.
Who knew getting high could turn you into a superhero?
That's about what it is,
powers
too.
included superhuman speed, strength, healing, and agility. His senses also dramatically increased in acuity. Not only can he see in the dark, but his superior vision can even make out infrared and ultraviolet light.
So
Wow,
like
dang.
the powers of a cat?
Yes and no. While cats do have exceptional eyesight, they cannot see infrared or UV light, though it is a common misconception that they can.
Well, just like a cat, he can always land on his feet thanks to his other super senses.
Specifically, his vastly improved kinesthetic sense.
Which is,
Yeah, bless you.
definitely a sense for something.
Kinesthetic senses make up a person's awareness of their own movement, like muscle memory, but in a broader scope.
Oh, like how we can walk up steps without looking at them.
Yes.
Or when I
Nice
shoot
timing
my
on that.
shotgun with my eyes closed.
No.
So Black Panther's super sense lets him move and act without having to think about it too much. He can jump across tree branches and ledges without even looking. Hey Wiz, how do I become king of Wakanda? Those powers sound cool as hell.
A little
I
late
don't
for
know,
that, Jeremy.
Boomstick. Everyone knows you're terrible at keeping secrets, and Wakanda houses one of the biggest secrets in comic book history.
Oh yeah?
You talking about how Black Panther married Storm from the X-Men?
I'm talking about Wakanda's enormous reserves of vibranium.
Oh yeah, that's
that.
the stuff Captain America's indestructible shield is made of.
And his
That's
suit
right.
as well.
10,000 years ago, a large meteorite of vibranium crashed in Wakanda.
Oh.
And they hoarded it all to themselves. And I don't blame them.
Vibranium is an extremely durable metal which can absorb audio and kinetic energy. A single gram sells for $10,000 US,
Oh my
and
gosh.
Wakanda's vibranium mound is estimated to be 10,000 tons. That's over $9 billion.
They're rich, super rich. With all that wealth, Wakanda became a techno-marvel decades ahead of the rest of the world. They were exploring outer space years before the US and Russia even tried.
So why is this important? Well, as King of Wakanda, T'Challa has unlimited access to all of his country's resources.
That suit of his doesn't just look cool, it's made of vibranium.
The Panther habit is coated in a vibranium microwave mesh. This doesn't just block incoming attacks, it can literally rob them of their momentum. For example, bullets don't bounce off, they stop dead and fall straight down.
Wow.
Their kinetic energy absorbed into the suit.
Even the shells from a helicopter-mounted minigun can't even phase him.
He carries energy daggers, a shield of hardened light, a teleportation device, and claws.
Which are made of a special Antarctic version of vibranium called anti-metal. Guess why it's called that?
Because it
can melt other metals.
Oh, it doesn't
Can
break
this
metal,
suit
it
do?
melts metal.
Well, the vibranium weave does have a limit to how much energy it can absorb all at once. If it takes in too much, it could wind up expelling said energy in a, well, destructive fashion.
Oh, God! But don't worry, he's fine, somehow.
Under T'Challa's leadership, Wakanda has warded off many would-be invaders. Even with Dr. Doom, Namor, and Ulysses Claw charging in, Wakanda was never truly conquered.
Jeez, he put up
They even
against
stopped
put
an
up a fight
alien
against some
invasion, and
serious
hey,
enemies.
nobody's ever ready for one of those.
In addition, T'Challa has studied every major martial art, of which there are about 160.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
considered one of the finest hand-to-hand fighters in the world.
He's beat the shit out of Captain America, Iron Man, and Daredevil. Hell, he once knocked out Karnak, who's also one of the world's finest martial artists, with just one hit.
He is incredibly
Boards
strong
don't hit
and can
back.
jump well over 30 feet.
I feel like
He can
that's a
even
nice
throw spears through
Bruce
stone
Lee,
walls.
Bruce Lee
Typically,
reference
for
there.
construction like this, a substantially hard stone would be used, such as granite. With this in mind, T'Challa must have thrown the spear hard enough to hit the wall with a force of over 20,000 pounds per square inch.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and the
At
guy
least.
is literally strong enough to punch your jaw off.
He can outrun traffic and is said to be faster than a panther, which can run around 50 miles per hour.
So
He's
basically
quick
as
enough
fast
to
as
pull
a
fast
cheetah.
one on Wolverine.
Whoa, hold on. Did he just take out 5 X-Men by throwing another X-Man at him?
Yes, he did. However, under that amazing suit, he is still human. Even with the Panther God's power, he's still prone to failure. This has even caused him to relinquish those powers in the past. And like with kinetic energy, the suit can only take so many intensely focused sound blasts before overloading.
Still, the Black Panther is badass. He's got the tech, the skills, and the country to prove it.
Claw, do you have any children?
No.
Good, because I would have to kill them too.
Rather ruthless, though, isn't he?
Throughout the underworld of Gotham City, one name strikes fear into the hearts of even the most hardened of criminals.
The goddamn Batman!
Did you really
know
have to
who
use
he
that
is?
word?
The billionaire Bruce Wayne, and it ain't his first battle to the death.
No.
Pretty much, though don't mistake his intentions. Vengeance may sound dramatic and all, but in truth, Batman fights crime in an attempt to save others from suffering the same kind of tragedy he experienced as a child.
Yep.
How noble. And ironic, considering he was taught to be a badass by a group called the League of Assassins.
Yeah, pretty
Well,
much.
he dresses like a bat, sleeps with a cat burglar, and constantly brings children into battle. So he's clearly got a few complicated issues.
But
Yeah.
let's see what he can really do. Bats is really, really smart and considered one of the best tacticians on Earth. No
Hey, Hal,
wonder
how's it
he's
going?
always welcome at the Justice League, even though he doesn't have any superpowers at all.
All right.
Wait, you're not just some guy in a bat costume, are you?
Sure, he's intelligent, but he's also incredibly deadly.
He was trained to be a ninja who's a master of infiltration and silent takedown, so sounds about right.
Bruce has studied every martial art known to man. After perfecting full body control at the age of 18,
geez, those look
he was
painful.
able to quickly learn and master at least 127 of them, including Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Judo, and boxing.
It's not every day you can find someone who can literally take you down in 127 different ways.
He's also touted as the world's greatest detective, and with good reason.
He's like Sherlock Holmes on steroids. He once figured out that an opponent didn't have a tongue just by the way their jaw bounced off his knuckles. There's being a detective, and then there's being Batman.
And all that's before his handy-dandy utility belt,
Oh,
filled
yeah.
to the brim with all sorts of useful gadgets and gizmos.
A lot of which are thanks to his family business, Wayne Enterprises. From steel mills to airlines to record labels, this company does it all. And that means Batman has it all too.
According to Forbes, Wayne's net worth thanks to his company adds up to $9.2 billion US.
With that much cash, he can afford any kind of weapon he wants.
Exactly.
Grappling hooks, smoke pellets, cryo and thermite grenades, and of course, the batarangs.
Originally designed as a boomerang weapon, Wayne eventually molded his batarangs into custom shurikens, some of which are outfitted with electric shocks, flash bulbs, and explosives.
And last but not least, don't forget his bat suit. It can resist fire, electricity, and bladed attacks, and is almost totally bulletproof thanks to a Kevlar vest sewn into it.
Plus, his cowl sports night infrared and UV vision.
But Bats is more than just a tech wizard. This guy bench presses 1,000 pounds in his everyday workout. 1,000
Jeez.
pounds! And I thought this guy didn't have any superpowers.
He doesn't. The current bench press world record is actually slightly higher at 1,075 pounds, solidly placing Wayne at peak human levels. This idea generally applies to him in pretty much every area, physically and mentally. He's strong enough to break through walls, rip apart car parts, and pull out prison bars. He's quick
Get
enough
outta
to
here,
avoid gunfire and even Darkseid's nearly unavoidable Omega beams. In his strongest suits, he's even tough enough to take a hit from Superman.
Yeah, if Brucey ever enters the Olympics, everyone else might as well rage quit. Same difference, really.
That's not to say he's invincible.
No,
True.
he's still
Whenever
human.
the Justice League gets in a fight with some big bads, he usually has to keep his distance.
He's also somewhat mentally unstable and
Yeah,
prone to
that
lashing out.
much is.
However, he knows this. It's one of the main reasons why he refuses to carry firearms.
That's a bummer. Those are my favorite types of arms. Maybe they'll help him next time Bane tries to break his back.
Oh,
But of all
that's
his
right.
traits, Bruce Wayne's strongest attribute is his sheer unstoppable tenacity. Even after being drugged by the Joker after days without sleep, put in a straitjacket, locked in a coffin, and buried alive 6 feet underground, he refused to die.
It takes a lot, to take down the Batman.
Or very little if you do it right.
Hell are you? I'm Batman.
Alright, let's see
All
what
right,
this
the
is.
combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
Alright, here we go. On to the death battle. Interesting choice for music. Welcome to the zoo. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. He knows you're on his tail.
To challenge a king is to face the might of his people.
You challenged
I'll
him.
give them something to fear.
It looks like they were a little ahead of you on that one. Yeah, I can't help but laugh because it seems like they're using like, well, pretty close enough, but like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 fighting. Like old arcade fighting style games.
Caught you!
They're just killing the zoo animals. Like, what's going on? Slip darts. Batarangs. Yep, his signature tool.
Witness the power of a king.
A rhino? He just freaking suplexed a rhino. Like, who does that? Who just suplexes a rhino?
Prepare yourself.
I'm prepared for anything.
Oh! Sharks?
Playtime is over.
I feel like he's gonna have a huge... Oh.
Amateur.
safe. The strong shall hunt the weak. That is the law of nature.
He gets eaten by a killer whale.
And my rule is law.
Yep, unfortunately, I figured that Batman was a little out of his league on this one
Black Panther and
anyways.
Batman were pretty evenly matched. Both were super geniuses and expert combatants.
Well, BP was stronger and faster thanks to that superhuman herb. It definitely helped, but alone was not enough to beat the Bat. Batman has won dozens of duels against people with similar or even better abilities.
As far as skills were concerned, neither held a distinct advantage. However, that was not the case when it came to their weapons and armor.
Long story short, that vibranium got Batman stumped. He just didn't have anything in that belt of his that could get around it.
We scoured the comics, movies, TV shows, and more to see if Batman had any possible way of countering the vibranium. While he's used hundreds of clever gadgets over the years, we were actually very surprised to find that he had no reliable method of getting around armor like that.
Take a look at Batman's fights with Bane. He doesn't have armor, but he's physically superior to Bats just like Black Panther is. And what does Batty always do to beat him? Aim for the weak spot. But guess what? Black Panther doesn't have a weak spot.
Yeah, not really.
It's certainly believable that Wayne had the ability to develop a gun that could overload the Panther habit. But even if he could, he never would wield it in the first place thanks to his rejection of all firearms.
And while his suit can stop a few knives and bullets, it didn't stand a chance against Black Panther's anti-metal claws. In the end, Bruce just waned in comparison to T'Challa.
The winner is Black Panther.
Ooh, Raven from the Teen Titans. Wait, what? What? Wait, what? Are you serious? Another freaking My Little Pony fight. They're bringing in Raven to fight Twilight Sparkle from My Little Ponies. What in the world is going on with this thing? Oh gosh, like they had... Don't get me wrong, the Deadpool one versus Pinkie Pie was absolutely hilarious and fantastic. And I didn't really care much for the Starscream versus Rainbow Dash. I did see that one, and then there's this. I mean, considering how similar... how they're both like powerful flying magic users in pink or purple, whatever you would want to call it. Well, purple, I guess. It doesn't really matter because their skill sets are just based off of whatever they have. I would want to wager my bets on Raven, but we'll see when it comes around. But oh my gosh, I was not expecting another pink pony fight so soon into the season. Come on. But anyways, the Black Panther fight was actually... the Black Panther versus Batman fight was actually pretty well done. The situation made it to where it seemed like they were very well evenly matched. Their strengths and capabilities were very well talented, super smart characters, and master martial artists in both fields. But unfortunately, once again, as they were deducing, it was a matter as to the technology and the equipment they weld. And Black Panther, in combination with his overall lethality and skill set, just just complete combination with the armor that he had access to, just made it to where he was just a little bit much in comparison to the Batman. From the very get-go, I started to think, yeah, maybe Batman's going to have a rather rough time. But I figured but I wasn't expecting it to be that close, honestly. That was actually really good, and it was very, very well done. Even though originally it seemed like it was going to be 3D animations, I'm glad they went with the whole old arcade style. But anyways, that's going to have to be enough rambling out of me. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Leave a comment section below. Check out the Discord channel in the description, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care, saviors!